Great.
Hi there, it's Diane Devani with Pacific Ridge Realty,
And this is John Cohen, president of Qualified Financial, a local mortgage broker.
and this is the Weekly Five. So it's interesting. I was thinking about topics that we could talk about, and I had one on my mind that's real estate related, but whether or not you're buying or selling a home, I think all of us can relate. Um, and then, well, John, why don't you? The subject that I wanted to talk about was home warranties.
Okay,
Because a lot of
got it.
people don't know about home warranties. So, John, tell them about your morning.
Okay, so obviously we have running into a heat wave again, and I do not do well, and neither does Kimberly. We do not do well in the heat. We just run hot. Even during the winter, we run hot. We have all windows open and the fan blowing on us. So when it does get hot, it's just miserable. So we recently, actually a little bit less than a year ago, installed an attic fan, which was a game changer for our life. So we turn that on every night, sucks the hot air out of the room, and it feels like an airplane is just pulling in the cool air at night. So what a game changer. Highly recommended. But every year I like to bring somebody in to make sure that our AC doesn't go out when it's needed, because we definitely need to turn it on during the day. At least July, July and August are the 2 months that we really need it. So I got this thing in the mail, right? And it says, where is it? Right here, $79 AC tune-up. So, oops, we had them come in today, actually. And while you and I were at the beginning of doing this, it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
So it's just my once a year tune-up. And I was really clear with the guy, make sure, because you don't know who to trust and who not to trust.
Yeah.
I said, make sure that when you're going through my stuff, you're not pulling things out and saying they need to be replaced. I don't know. It's the same
It's
stuff that
true. Yeah.
I've heard some
Yeah.
weird things with pool guys and mechanics and stuff, and I don't know anything about AC units, so and I'm very leery about it. I don't know about any of you out there. So I brought to when he came in, I brought that to his attention. I literally went like this right to his. Don't you be taking my stuff apart, pulling a wire
Oh
out, and telling me
no.
something's broken. Anyway, so he says, no, we're just going to do, our hopes are that if we do this for you, when something does go out, you'll be calling us to come back. I said, fair enough. I'll trust you for the time being. So, of course, they're trained and their job is to do what? Upsell, find something, a reason to do something. They don't realize they're talking to a salesperson, so I know what's about to happen. I already know my way around this. So, but again, I don't want a broken down AC unit. So he
Yeah.
went out there. He didn't realize I already just had this done less than a year or about a year ago. And he went out there, took the AC unit apart, did his cleaning out, went up and did the furnace. And then he asked us to sit down with him. And he had this whole form filled out. He was just a nice guy doing his job,
Yeah.
great guy.
Yeah.
And he had a whole list of things that he recommended based on the year of the unit and da 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 da. And the $79, which I was going to stick with, I know better, turned out with his recommendations just on one portion on the AC side, not even before he even went upstairs to the attic to look at the furnace, it was like $3,200 in recommendations.
Oh my gosh.
And he said, I know you
Oh,
don't maybe need it right now, but
come
you're going to need it. And
come
to
on.
be honest, it's a turn off. I don't know how many of you out there are in need of bringing somebody in, but it was a turn off to me.
For sure.
And if you're not, I'm very in tune of what's going on. I came from a construction background, and the last thing that anybody's going to be able to get away with is taking advantage of me. But there's not a lot of people that are as well equipped or really understand. So I would hate for this to see them being taken advantage of. So I paid the $79. Said thank you, I appreciate it, but I'm not going to need anything else at this time. And if I will call you back. I promise. Guy was super sweet, supporting as a family, and I want to, I told him, give me
Sure.
the link. I'm going to leave you a great review. You're awesome.
Sure. Yeah.
And if I was going to hire a salesman for my company, I would hire you.
Yeah. That's
So,
awesome.
but in that, it's kind of funny because one of the things we wanted to talk about today was home warranties. So
Right.
just yesterday, you were telling me about you and your husband's home warranty, which led perfectly into
Yeah.
what I had going on today. So I'm going
Yeah.
to let you run with it. Tell me a little bit about that, what the home
Yeah, it is.
warranty
It's
is.
it's perfect. So just closed an escrow last week, and I represented the seller. As part of a real estate transaction, the buyer is provided a home warranty plan, and that's paid for by the seller. And it's just good business. Murphy's Law would have it that the week you close escrow, the air conditioning stops working or the water heater stops working. And then you have bad blood between, the seller and the buyer. The buyer will say, you knew that the water heater was going to go. And then, you can have a lawsuit. So it's for peace of mind for everyone. Buyers receive a home warranty through escrow. Now, what a lot of people don't know is that you can have your home warranty plan go on forever. And you can even get one once you already own your home. So for instance, my husband and I have lived in our home for 20 something years, and we've had a home warranty plan every year that we've lived here. We've never gone without a home warranty. And your explanation about this morning is really a lot of the reason why. I mean, I can't tell you, first of all, how much stuff over the past 20 something years we've had repaired, replaced, and without having to worry. So like our refrigerator about 2 months ago started making this really horrible sound in the middle of the night. Sounded like it was, it was sounds of death. And where we normally would think, oh no, the fridge, what it's gonna cost us, it's gonna be $600. And I don't know if we're gonna be able to trust the guy that comes out to tell us what it is. He's gonna say we need stuff we don't need, and just not knowing if you're being taken advantage of. Well, when you have a home warranty plan, you have a service fee, and that's it. So we called them up. They're open 24 hours a day. Then the person calls you back in the morning, schedules an appointment. They come out, and you're only liable for $90. The rest of it, they work out with the company that I use and I recommend all my clients use is Fidelity. The service provider and Fidelity work out all the financials after that. I do $90 and I'm done. I don't have to worry if the guy's lying. I don't have to worry if he's trying to get parts that don't really need to be replaced. And even in some cases, when a unit, we had a washing machine that was pretty old and it didn't even make sense to spend the money to fix it. So they actually gave us the money that the washing machine was worth to either replace it or buy a nicer one even than we had, which we ended up doing. And that was a great thing.
So water heaters, air conditioning units, all that. What if they need to be replaced? Do they take care of the entire replacement of it as well?
Yeah. If it can't be repaired, they replace it.
What does it cost a year? Well,
so the plans, there's a variety of different plans depending on if you live in a condominium or a single family home, if you want air conditioning covered, if you want your refrigerator covered, you can do washer and dryer, you can have your pool covered and the equipment. I would say on average, probably about $700, $800. Now, what's interesting is I texted my home warranty rep just because I had told her I'm going to come on and talk about home warranties a little bit, and wanted to just double check on a couple of things since I've been selling real estate now for 24 years and just wanted to make sure things were the same. Yeah. And she actually said, I'd get no credit referrals. I'm not doing this for any kind of benefit of my own. I just hate seeing people be taken advantage of. I know what it's like to have to worry that you don't need something or be financially set back $1,200 on something for a couple of parts in your refrigerator. Anyway, she said that she can give me a referral code or something that would give them $100 off of a home warranty plan. So the plans I looked online, they're about $700 to $800 a year. And then there would be $100 off. Now, if you're existing homeowner, obviously they're not stupid. If you're existing, like your air conditioning, let's say it wasn't working and you're like, I know I'm going to get a home warranty and I'm going to call them and say my air conditioning isn't working. And then there's a 30-day waiting period if you sign up for coverage before you can make your first call. There's a 30-day waiting period. So, which I still think is beyond fair.
You could do without air conditioning for 30 days. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
But
Now,
yeah,
you don't
so,
want to take advantage, but it's nice to have that security. Because I'm thinking like,
yeah. And then they also offer when a seller has their home listed for sale, they have seller's coverage, which is paid by the day. So a seller, while they have their home up for sale, doesn't have to worry that something will go wrong and they'll have to have it repaired. So that's also a nice thing. Again, I use Fidelity. I've had them for years. I've used them, toilets, faucets, doorbells, water heaters, our HVAC, plumbing issues, garage door openers, our whole garage door, the coil broke and that entire assembly had to be replaced. $90. Worth their
oh, it's
weight in gold.
wonderful. It was,
Yeah.
this is great advice. I appreciate it. I hope everybody else does, because guess what? I had home warranty when I first moved in. I no longer have home
And
warranty,
people just don't, you just don't realize you can continue it. And then I
but
also
I
just
know
want-
that my AC is going to have to get replaced. I know that down the line, maybe not this year. So
right.
I'm really going to consider actually doing what you said. And
Yeah, it's a good idea. And then
Yeah.
to make it really easy, Fidelity's website is homewarranty.com. So if you go onto homewarranty.com, it's got the different plans and the different coverages. She also said there's a single PDF that she can send me. And again, if anybody wants to get in touch with me, I can get you $100 off. I'm not getting anything from doing this. I just think it's a great product that a lot of people should have and don't, just because they don't know about it. So I guess I could give my email out for people to get a hold of me. I'm on Facebook, Diane Devani, Davani. And then my email address is my name. So it's Diane, Diane, Devani, Davani @gmail.com. So if you just send me an email, I can hook you up with getting $100 off.
I appreciate that. Well, thank you so much. Great information. I would say that concludes our weekly 5, and we will come up with some great content and helpful tips and stuff along the way, and over the weeks and years to come. And I appreciate you, Diane. You're amazing.
Thanks. I feel the same about you.
Great. You guys have a wonderful
Thank
day.
you, everyone. See you
Okay.
soon.
Take care.